Jesse Homestead. How in the heck are you today? Doing good, I hope? Alrighty. Hey, listen, we've got a lot of neat things going on right now out there in the homesteading world that is kind of cool. Spring's on its way. Hope you got starting to get your stuff ready. Got your seedlings in, things of this nature. Little greenhouses going. This crazy weather. Right now we have got some beautiful weather here in Tennessee. We've had a few days of it. Almost like spring is here, but it's pretty early in March still. So yeah, it can don't get caught. Okay, I'm just trying to say. But yeah, the weather's been a little crazy this year. Food. FEMA and several others are talking about we need to get some MREs and things of this nature, and now they're talking to us about preparing for food shortages, things of this nature. You know, I guess it could happen. Right now, it wouldn't be a production issue, but yeah, I can see the handwriting on the wall. If you're not well stocked up on food items, it may be a worthwhile investment in something like MREs or things of that nature to have just as an emergency backup. I'm a big one on going down and you can even go to grocery stores, pick up green beans and whatever you're looking to have a stock of canned goods, canning on. Go ahead and can it. Get fresh stuff, can it up. It tastes a lot better than the stuff that comes out of those cans. And they boil all the flavor right out of food with those things. It's terrible. But yeah, go ahead and pick yourself up some canning equipment and go to your grocery store, buy some green beans, buy this, buy that. Go ahead and cook it up and can it. Start building your reserves that way. There's a lot of different places that have these Patriot packets that you can buy. But for the money something like that costs, to be honest with you, it wouldn't be bad if you got the extra cash to have something like that laying around the house, because it lasts for well, let's put it this way. If you bought it, you'll be dead before it goes bad, okay? So it's around forever. And I don't have any affiliates or sponsorships or anything through any of these Patriot Supply places, so, that's not the reason for it. But it might not be a bad idea to have an emergency thing like that. Don't get nuts with, trying to buy, 3 or 4 or 5 months worth of food stock and something like that. Maybe a little bit in case you get caught before you can get the rest done. You're far better off, preserving and packing away things like, you can can meats. You need to, be able to have a pressurized canning setup and so forth, but you can even can meat. You can buy vegetables and meat in the store right now. Get them canned. Set them on a shelf. And there's a truckload of information out there how to do that. But yeah, if you're right now today, if you don't have a backup of food to take care of your family, you need to get busy. You need to get busy. And I would make it a priority. I don't know why they'd be talking about something like this. Maybe they know of a natural disaster that may happen that we're not aware of. I don't know. But it's a smart move, good idea. Invest a little extra cash into putting some back. Being prepared a little bit on especially food stocks and water. And as the pandemic showed us, I still can't fully get my head around the toilet paper issue. Just really can't. Why was that the thing that flew off the shelves? But maybe some toilet paper. Oh, good grief. But yeah, it would be a wise move in this environment and in the way things have been going in this nation to have yourself a backup uh, to be able to take care of your family with. Okay. And now FEMA's come out and said be a good idea. So let's heed their warning. And I don't know, like I said, necessary to get MREs and stuff. It's not, especially MREs, because they got a very limited life expectancy. But there are some hard storable. I think Patriot Supply's got some, and if you look around online, I'm sure you find several others. But they are long-term food storages, and get enough to get you by for a little bit, just in case, and then start canning. If you go to the grocery store and pick up some fresh green beans and can them a mess of them, that's food. I mean, you may get sick eating green beans. Okay, don't want this to go real long. But yeah, I mean, let's get serious. And this spring, if nothing happens, okay, and you can get through spring and summer with a decent, even a small little spot for a garden, and can get in there and get some stuff in the ground and, raise some of your own food, you need to be on that, okay? If you're a young couple and you're living in an apartment, talk to your parents. Say, hey, would you mind if, if they own a place, could we put a small garden in your backyard? We'll split it with you or whatever. Work with people that are homeowners. See if, just ask them. If they're good friends of yours, would really love to put in a garden. We have no place to put it in. Can we put it in here? We can share it or whatever. Do what you can do. But it would be a very good idea to start taking and preparing yourself for some bad times if necessary. Having a backup to where you can feed your family, keep yourself alive, and water. If you don't have a good water filtration system, store up some water. Okay. Believe me, I forgot what the last thing I'd heard from a doctor. They were talking. It had to do with water fasting. Okay, and water fasting is kind of a unique thing. It's you just drink water for days or weeks or even months. And they estimate that an American could live on water for probably a good 60 days. And I've done some water fasting myself, and I can tell you, third or fourth day is the last of your real hunger pains. You begin to not be hungry. It just kind of goes away. It's fascinating. And so you don't think about it. I mean, you don't want to do it indefinitely because it's not good for your health. If you tried water fasting for 6 months, I'm sure you would have some problems. But there's a lot out online. You might read about some, but water fasting, so you don't have to eat every day. You see what I'm saying? So what you can put back in supplies, you could stretch out. Now, if you're by day 2 or 3, if you haven't eaten, you're starting to get a little shaky, and you're also not thinking real clear on day 3 and things of that nature. So if you have to do a lot of work too, you're burning a lot of calories. That's going to have an effect on your body too. If you're working hard, let's say hiking through the wilderness, you need those calories, otherwise you're going to drop out. But if it's something where you're not getting crazy with what you're doing, your level of exertion. I mean, I've worked an 8-hour job and water fasted, so it does work. Fresh, clean water, So Berkey filter or something like that works out real good. And I think there's even, I want to say I got it through Carbella years back. I don't even know if they still make it. It was the filtration system similar to the Berkey, but you use 2 plastic buckets. Just cut the holes and put them together and use the filters to where you could transfer nasty pond scum water into the top one, and it trickled out into the bottom one. The filtration's the same as the expensive ones, they're just not real pretty. And you could even get a spout you could put in the bottom of the other one. But it uses plastic buckets, and it's going to require you some assembly going to be required. Okay. And as a matter of fact, I keep a couple of buckets around, and inside that bucket is everything I need to put one of those systems together, and that's how you can store it. Get a top for it and so forth, and set it up that way. Put your filters in that way. If you don't need it, you don't. It's not a big issue. And then when it comes time that you need it, put it together and go. Okay. But some way to get drinking water. You can go a long time without food. You can't go long without water. All right. So kind of keep that in mind. This is Rich, Tennessee Homestead. Love you guys. Appreciate you. But for some reason, FEMA says it's a good idea for you to start hoarding food. So, no explanation came along with the flyer. All right. Y'all have a great day, and we'll talk to you real soon.